accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, ante up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. Got that dog.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mercer Sports Report. My name is Hawkins, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on all things Mercer sports. On a day in which the temperature in Montgomery, Alabama reached 99 degrees and the turf inside of the Crampton Bowl Stadium reached 107, the Mercer Bears were able to keep their cool and sweat out a 17-7 victory over the Lions from the University of North Alabama. The Bears' offense started off as hot as the Montgomery sun. After an explosive 43-yard kick return from Devron Harper, the Bears' first drive saw 8 of their 9 plays go for positive yards. The trio of Micah Bell, Al Wooten II, and Parker Roble combined for 24 yards on the ground. After Carter Peavy was able to sneak behind his barricade of offensive linemen for a 2-yard gain that converted a 4th down, he completed both of his pass attempts through the air. The last throw of the drive was a 14-yard fade route to the left side of the end zone, a ball that was thrown so perfectly that the people working the scoreboard contemplated giving the Bears 8 points simply because of Peavy's perfect placement. On the receiving end of this dime from CP7 was none other than Ty James doing Ty James things, as he managed to pull off a toe tap that would have made those in the ballerina program at Juilliard sit down and take a few notes. After Reese Griffith's extra point zeroed through the uprights, the Bears took a 7-0 lead. The Bears would score 2 more times on the afternoon. Reese Griffith put another 3 points on the board in the second quarter with a 24-yard field goal to give Mercer a 10-7 lead going into halftime. The next touchdown for the Bears would come on their first possession of the fourth quarter. The Bears' front 5 all did their best Moses impression throughout the contest. They parted the Lions' defense like the Red Sea and opened lanes for the running backs for all 4 quarters. With 11 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock, the Bulldozers in orange and black laid out the red carpet that led to a 3-yard touchdown rush for Micah Bell. This was the first of many for the redshirt freshman. To go along with the trip to the Promised Land, Bell led the Bears in rushing with 73 yards. Carter Peavy completed 12 of his 17 passes for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. Ty James was the leading receiver for the Bears with 4 catches and 57 yards and the aforementioned touchdown. Micah Bell was awarded the Offensive Player of the Week award. Solomon Zabaru earned the accolade for the defense, while Reese Griffith was recognized as the Special Teams Player of the Week. Those who helped the team prepare for Saturday are just as vital as anyone else in the program. Amari Brown and Caleb Carter were recognized as the Defensive Scout Team and Offensive Scout Team Players of the Week, respectively. As the offense dominated with the run game, the Bears' defense was even more impressive as they held their opponent scoreless for the final 3 quarters of the game. The Bears' defense made North Alabama's life absolutely miserable. They only allowed 4 third-down conversions and 3 trips to the red zone. The Mercer defense also combined for 9 tackles for loss and 2 sacks on the night. The Bears' abyss of a defense made life so hard for the opposition that they spent as much time trying to figure out which quarterback to play as we did sending Devron Harper to field the plethora of punts that they kicked to us. Linebacker Isaac Dowling and safety Miles Reddick flew around the field in such a consistent manner that the opposing offense took a delay of game penalty, trying to make sure that there weren't 2 of them roaming the field. We had to explain to them that yes, someone may have cloned Tyrone, but this isn't a Netflix special, and Dowling and Redding just so happens to cover as much ground on the gridiron as there is sand on the beach. Dowling finished the game with 10 tackles, while Redding finished the game with 9 tackles and 1 pass breakup. Their performances earned them the 3rd and 4th spot on the FCS list of top tackling performances for the week. The Bears are gearing up for a trip to Oxford, Mississippi to face the 22nd ranked Ole Miss Rebels. This game will be held on Saturday, September the 2nd at 2 p.m. This contest will be available to watch on ESPN+. To keep up with all things Mercer football, follow @Mercer Football on both Instagram and Twitter. As our football team handled business on the gridiron, the Mercer Bears men and women's soccer teams both had eventful weeks for themselves. The women's soccer team currently has a record of 2 wins, 0 losses, and 2 ties. The 2 ties came in contests in which the Bears faced the University of Evansville and ended with a score of 0-0, and a trip to Atlanta in which the game ended in a 1-1 draw. The lone goal for the Bears came courtesy of Sydney Farr, with an assist from Emily Duncan in the 44th minute of the contest. While these 2 defensive struggles were low-scoring contests, the wins for the women saw the Bears score 13 points between the 2 games. In their first win of the season, the ladies in orange and black hung a 4th spot on the visiting Mississippi Valley squad. The first goal of the game came courtesy of the cleats donned by Jada Mormon after she was set up by Kendall Cook in the 34th minute of play. In the second half of play, the Bears racked up 3 goals in just 3.5 minutes of play. After her assist on the first goal of the game, Kendall Cook decided to get in on scoring action herself with a goal in the 70th minute, as Lana Whitfield was responsible for putting one on the platter for Cook. 2 minutes later, Lana Whitfield found the back of the net after an assist from Anna Bachman. In the 73rd minute of play, Anna Bachman again showed us that sharing is caring, as she assisted on a goal for Larkin Thomason. 7 days later, the cleats of the Lady Bears soccer team were even hotter than before. They stung the Lady Hornets from Alabama State good and often, as they scored 9 goals during the match. Sarah Ingalls, Jada Mormon, Lana Whitfield, Kendall Cook, Jordan Lynn, and Larkin Thomason accounted for the offensive explosion as the goal getters for this contest. The Lady Bears soccer team will be in action again on Thursday, August 31st at 7 p.m. at the College of Charleston and Sunday, September 3rd at 6 p.m. against the University of North Florida. To follow the women's soccer team, head over to their Instagram page at Mercer W Soccer on Instagram. After a loss against Cal State Fullerton, the Mercer men's soccer team bounced back in a big way against the University of Southern Indiana. The Bears were able to hold their opponent scoreless as they won the match by a score of 2-0. Barzi Blama wasted little time getting on the scoreboard. In the 11th minute of the game, he found the back of the net and gave his team some breathing room out the gate. The defense held on strong to their shutout, and a goal from Fernando Ortega in the 69th minute put the opposition away for good. After scoring a goal in back-to-back games, Barzi Blama was named the Southern Conference Offensive Player of the Week. The Mercer men's soccer team will be in action again on Friday, September 1st at 7 p.m. at the University of South Florida. To kick it with the men's soccer team from Mercer, follow at Mercer M Soccer on Instagram. Transitioning from the outdoor sports to one that is played in the comfort of air-conditioned arenas, the high-flying Mercer Lady Bears volleyball team picked up their first win of the season against Mississippi Valley State University. The Bears won in straight sets by scores of 25-10, 25-13, and 25-12. Skylar Bumpers led the Lady Bears with 10 kills and 5 blocks. Carly Riley was the leader in aces with 4. Abby Havrilla had a team-high 11 digs, and Kiara McCarless and Carly Riley had 16 and 15 assists respectively. They will be in action again on September 1st at 10 a.m. against Florida Gulf Coast University. To keep up with the Mercer Lady Bears volleyball team, follow at Mercer Volleyball on Instagram. That wraps up this episode of the Mercer Sports Report. Until next time, I'm Nikazi Hawkins, and as always, go Bears.
I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up.